Well, hello, hello, hello. Question is, why are so many people dying lately? And it's been all over the place. And of course, a lot of us know the reason why, but for protection of the channel, I'm not going to say certain things as they crack down on it. I'm only going to show some things. And I mean, I could show a lot more than what I'm bringing up. This is just, I want you to look at the time frame. January 10th, 21-year-old Air Force football player dies suddenly after collapsing on his way to his dorm room. Let me tell you, you have to pass a physical to be on a team. And this is not just the first sports player that is collapsing dead. Of course, everybody remembers the big thing that happened in a Buffalo Bills game not too long ago. Here we see again, January 10th, high school student dies suddenly after suffering cardiac arrest. Very young, 16 years old, suddenly drops. On the 10th, more disturbing reports emerge of young people dying suddenly, including athletes. 16-year-old boy that we were just talking about right there. Lots of people. Now, why is this happening so much? Why is it happening so much? Right here, the 9th. 3 Massachusetts law enforcement officers die suddenly within 4 days. One of them was 25 years old. Young. People are dying left and right. Old Dominion men's basketball player collapsed during a game. This isn't far off from the time frame of the Buffalo Bills game that had happened. Right here, 17-year-old Wyoming basketball player dies suddenly. It's happening left and right. And you want to know why? Because God is warning this world. I've been saying it for a long time and been laughed at a long time for it. But when 2020 hit, it was a sign that God said, I'm shutting down your idols. I'm shutting down your sports. I'm shutting down your movies. I'm shutting down the schools. I'm shutting down the work so families get back together. The one thing he didn't want to happen was shutting down the church. And everyone that shut down the church, they failed God. They failed God when they shut the church down. There was such a fear that was spreading through. I remember we'd go to homeless people. Are you sure you want to hug me? Yeah, I want to hug you. It says, do not forsake the gathering in Hebrews. Do not forsake the gathering. God is warning. We see numerous points, even in the book of Micaiah, that I will cut your idols down. We see shows like American Idol. We see people that idolize. I want to be like Michael Jordan. I want to be like Tom Brady. I want to be like this. There's an idolization of things that happen in the world, and this is just six things I pulled up in a 2 day span. 2 day span of a total of three, six, seven, eight individuals in 2 days that had passed. And it's all similar. Just suddenly collapse, heart failures, cardiac arrest. Everyone's underneath the spell of pharmakia in today's era. The world has also became super lazy sitting back playing video games all the time, and they don't have much activity of running around, so much screen time given to individuals that there's just not much activity to keep the heart healthy. A heart is supposed to be healthy through doing this, but let's face the facts here. There's been a lot of things pushed on society, a lot of things that people have been forcing the young to go and get these things, and all of a sudden they're dropping like flies. I expect us to see at least 30, 50, 60, maybe even more within the next 4 months of incidences like this. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm not making a prediction. I'm speculating to see that because from 2021, 2022 till now, it just seems more and more people are dying. I've never in my span of life, being getting ready to be 35, I have never seen this many celebrities, this many sports players, this many young children die. It's been really a very high alarming number. You want to know, God is warning this world. It is time. 2020 was time. There's a reason why kids couldn't go to school, parents couldn't go to work, because he wanted the family to reestablish itself. He wanted the families to center themselves around God. It was the most perfect time for individuals to get to know God, to get to read the Bible more than ever, because a lot of people were getting paid to stay at home. They were getting their paycheck while staying at home and wasn't even having to work in return. Some had to, but even the ones I've talked to that did that, their hours weren't like it was at work. It wasn't like a full 8-hour day. There was a lot of time for people to get a relationship with Jesus. We are living in a day and age where it's only going to continue and continue and continue. I will have all these links in the description because it's very important that we pay attention to the things that are happening. But the biggest thing that is important is keeping the eyes on the prize of Jesus Christ. The biggest thing is to continue to pray and to have a relationship with the Father in heaven. May God bless you all.